What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of With That Being Said. And for those of you who don't know, I'm your host, Narissa Weston, and it has been a long time coming. I know a lot of you are wondering, where's your content? Why are you guys not posting? Just hold that thought. We've got something special for you. Over the past few weeks, I've been interviewing a selected group of men, asking them, what exactly is it that men want? I'm telling you, I've heard their opinions, I've heard their thoughts and their experiences, and I've got to tell you, it was pretty interesting. So if you're wondering what they had to say, just keep on watching.
So what men want? Men, I know for me, I particularly want somebody with a great mindset. Like, not just someone who can just think smart no, I'm talking about somebody that I can build with, that dreams and vision and like have visions with me. You know what I'm saying? And I love to hear a young lady speak, you know, especially when she knows what she's talking about. Like, that is just beautiful. You know what I'm saying?
The first thing I would say is communication. Good communication.
I was gonna say that.
For real. Communication is key.
Yeah.
To any relationship, to any just life to life activities. So yeah, that's what I would say.
Yeah, you ain't lying. Communication, man. Like I'm saying, like you need to make it clear what you want. I mean, I just need a clear understanding about what you want. Need a clear understanding about what I want. Yeah. That way we just talk to each other. If I don't understand you and you can't understand me, we ain't got none of this.
Right.
All this chit chat back and forth.
Yeah,
right.
I think communication like a big factor in any relationship, even in friendship. Anything you find yourself connected with any person, if you don't have communication, like you can't make it work. It's just not gonna work. Like I feel like when you hear her, she hear you. Y'all can work better together on developing and growing together in your relationship.
You know, it shouldn't be like I'm talking and you're talking. It should just be like, all right, I'm gonna give you, the playing field.
Right.
Let you say how you feel, and then give me my time to shine. Give me my time to just say how I feel about, about how I feel about the situation and stuff like that. So I think that's an important thing too.
So I believe man want a woman that is confident in herself. She doesn't have to fit in or doesn't have to get attention. She's more of comfortable with just being herself. She don't have to go out her way to try to get attention, because a lot of times as men, if something just comes easy, it's like it's then and there. So but if someone you have to you gotta work for, you have to actually pursue her, and she's not just one that wants to just cave in or off the simple things. You have to gain her trust. I think that's very priceless to have someone who really understands her value.
Hey y'all, so one of the main things that I look for in a woman is if she knows God. I think, in my opinion, that can be one of the most important things about a girl, because if she doesn't know God, and I know God, how can God be our anchor? How can God be our foundation as a couple? Every person you meet has purpose, and my goal in life is to date into marriage and actually have purpose while dating, and then have purpose in marriage. But if my mate, if her bond with God isn't there, to me, purpose can't be birthed out of that, because purpose can only come from God. So that's probably the main thing that I look for in a partner, and also just her heart and not her looks. I look at her heart or the internal things instead of the external things.
That I love it when a young lady prays for me, and not just pray, because it's cute, but like pray for me, and someone that I know that's going to be by my side when things get tough, and someone who looks at the best in me instead of what my current situation looks like now, who sees into the future and not just into the present. So hopefully y'all heard my heart.
Well, I think that men want, and I guess I'll say this from just one thing, men want is, of course, a confident woman, but a woman that is purpose-filled. So they know their purpose. They know the reason why they were born, the reason why they were created, and they're really into their purpose. They're really walking out their purpose in life, what they were created for. I think that is what men want, the short version.
I want to say, like, just another thing, like having a woman that's emotionally available, you know what I'm saying? Like where you can actually talk to her and express your feelings to her, especially, you know, when you really need to talk to her or have something that's going on, you know, with you.
I actually did an interview with another guy, and, you know, he was saying that he thinks that women are looking for a guy who's like, you know, a man and tough, but also has an emotional side. Like he's not just like, yeah, man, no, I ain't gonna cry, like, you know, stuff like that. But he can actually like connect with you. Like if you're crying, you need a hug or something. Like he's not just gonna be like just sitting there looking.
That man don't exist. Like they want a comic book character. Or something. Like I'm trying to figure out like. Women gotta realize, like we're not Build-A-Bears. Right. You can't sit up there and build a man. I am who I am. Yeah. If I'm emotional,
exactly.
You gotta realize I can sympathize with you. Right. You can't have that man that's this gangster in the street and this teddy bear on the sideline. That don't exist. I don't know how to get women to understand that it don't exist. Look at me. Look at me. It don't exist, ladies. It don't exist. You either want it this way or you want it that way. You may indeed find that man that's got that in between. Yeah. But trust me, that's a rare gem.
So as far as you being married, I understand maybe I may be right or I may be wrong that, you know, maybe getting a little bit older, your wants may change. Some things may change concerning your wants. You may grow, you may learn new things. So can you kind of give us a little bit of deeper dive into the marriage part of it? Because I know that men still want certain things in marriage as well, or some of them have been divorced and they've gotten remarried. So can you just kind of share your side of that?
Okay, so one of the key things I think now for men, especially from my perspective, is that at one point we wanted trophy wives, we wanted beautiful women, but they were confident, but their confidence were in their beauty. And I think now that's changed. We don't just want someone who's confident in her beauty. We want someone who's also intelligent with their confidence, someone we can have a conversation with. The trophy wife stuff, it goes out the way. When you get older, the trophy wife stuff goes out the way. You really don't focus so much on how she looks, but you focus more on what she brings to the table, like Christopher said. It's more about what the course is, her purpose. What can you bring to the table to a marriage? I think things have begun to change where at one point women were wanting husbands, but now I've seen a shift where women don't really want husbands, but men really want wives. So I think now men are really looking for someone who can be that confidant, someone who can be there for them, be there to rock. Now, someone who's just not people, someone who's also intelligent.
If you are not over this, please don't involve yourself in this. If you are not over your ex, or if you are getting with this person out of spite, just to make this person mad or jealous or something like that, please stay single. Please do what you're gonna do on the outside of a relationship. If your man asks you, what is wrong with you? Please, on God's green earth, tell that man what is wrong with you. At that point, I've literally had a woman, and y'all know, y'all my boys, y'all know, I've had a woman who I've tried to communicate with and talk to, and I've gave her the floor to speak first before I start fussing. I said, is there anything I'm doing wrong before I get to fussing? Because I may not be doing right myself. And what you say may actually be the answer to what I'm about to say. Right. Because I may not be doing perfect. But when you say, no, I ain't got nothing to say, and I say, okay, I'm going to speak, and you come back later on your Snapchat or your Instagram, you bottle all them emotions in, and it comes out later, that don't do nothing but make a man mad. Because I just asked you what the problem was.
I was going to say, I'm glad he said that. I don't want to interrupt you, but like, just keeping your relationship on social media, that's one thing you shouldn't do. You shouldn't have your stuff out there, your business out there. It's not that your relationship
Preach.
it's not that your relationship is like hidden, you know what I'm saying? You're not hiding it, but you don't want everybody in your relationship. You know, you don't want your business out there. So it's like, like you can go ahead.
Basically, you don't need everybody 2 cents in your relationship.
Exactly.
Thank
So
you.
That's one thing.
That's all I'm saying. Like, bro, that is exactly what I'm saying. Like, okay, if you mad, like when people say keep your relationship off, when people say keep your relationship off Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Hulu, whatever you got, I don't care what it is. I know Hulu TV stuff. I'm just naming stuff. Man, bro, they're talking about keeping your problems off social media. If y'all are going through a problem, nobody else should know. Yeah. But as far as everybody else should know, y'all doing fine.
Right.
Y'all doing fine. Whatever y'all need to say, you need to keep it between a close friend, a parent, a grandma, pawpaw, meemaw, whatever you call them. You need to keep it between them. Keep it off social media.
So in other words, he's saying, you know, you basically want a woman who is already healed from her past relationship. You know, you don't want to make it unfair for you, you know, by her stepping in, all still broken, basically treating you like you're the other guy when you're somebody completely different. Like you said, good men, you know, you already come in, it's already unfair. Like you already starting the relationship off rocky because you're not healed. So in other words, ladies, these men, young men, are looking for a healed woman, a woman who respects herself and their relationship. They're looking for a woman with good communication who can talk openly, and listens as well to what they have to say when it comes down to a disagreement. Because arguments don't have to be a thing, but we choose to when you don't listen, when you just want to yell and stuff like that.
Everything that Corey said, I feel that one thing that men want is a woman that is supportive and also purposeful, like he said, but supportive and able to be, I would say, enduring and being able to help her man be able to carry out his vision and be able to work, you know, cohesively together to carry out each other's visions, but us be able to support and back up the vision of her man, whatever it may be, to help best provide for that family or just for them, you know, together.
So
stop yelling at us. Stop yelling at us.
And another thing is
like
support, man. You know, support is like, you know. So yeah,
support.
Support.
That's all we need, man. A man. I agree. I agree with what he's saying. He's saying support. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we just being real about it, men are just like women. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. We taking it back from biblical. We taking back to biblical days. You feel what I'm saying? If I may, you feel what I'm saying? God took a rib from man, and He made it into woman. That's why you got one man. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people make it into a joke, one man and stuff like that, but I'm being serious here. Like, women and men, we ain't too different. Just the things that women are asking for, men need the same exact thing. We need attention. We need understanding. We need love, compassion, care. We need all of that.
That's why it's kind of harder for men to, you know, kind of vent to someone, because when you just steady being judged on, basically the stereotype of a man is like, he's supposed to, you know, have, you know, no feelings and stuff like that, not supposed to, you know, just be this, you know, just tough person, but you know, but hey, you know, we got feelings and stuff like that, just like y'all got feelings.
Do y'all really be trying to marry women? Like he was saying, like in high school when you just date like for a long time. Like, does that really cross y'all's mind? Like, for real?
Yes. I mean,
yes. Like, you really trying to? I'm not saying I don't believe it. I just be feeling like
hold on. Let me push these balls. Let me push them back. Yes, I was engaged.
Oh, wow.
I was actually engaged.
Wow.
At the age of 19, I was engaged. 3.5 years with a woman. I was fully prepared to commit myself early, because it ain't nothing out here. I don't know about these bachelors. I don't know about these young cats. These two young Thundercats. I don't know about them. But I got the heart of a 45-year-old man.
I feel it.
Ladies, if you are sanctified and you are looking for a good man, Help me.
Advertise.
You right, platform, man.
I like that. I'm looking for that.
I think I'm gonna be honest. I think it's I'm gonna be honest. It's a fear of failure. There's a lot of men who actually have a fear of failure in marriage. Some have a fear of commitment, all that kind of stuff. And sometimes they've seen things coming up, and it's like, man, I don't know if I want to get into that. So I will say, I believe there's a huge thing on fear actually with men concerning marriage, because there are some misconceptions of it. You know, like, oh man, once you get married, it's just everything's gonna go crazy. But you know, if you just stay, I don't know, engaged, or if you just stay in a girlfriend-boyfriend relationship, everything's gonna be all right. But just as long as you don't get the ring, and as long as you don't get the paper, you know, it's gonna be all right. So I think it's just the way people are taught. But for the most part, I think it's a fear of failure, and then a fear of commitment. So I think, I don't know if John or Chris can explain that fear, but I that's what I think. It could be a fear of failure.
So I'm thinking what he's thinking, and one thing I would say, I guess, with the fear of commitment, I know myself in a way, and I know a lot of other men. I feel like I just got to talk about this, but men I know do not like to feel like they're locked down. And sad to say, and I've said this before, just knowing that you have the freedom, you won't go outside, you won't cheat or nothing. It's just having that comfort and having the freedom. But as soon as you know you can't do something, you know, that's when you really decide to do it. You know, that's just when we have to kill our flesh in those areas. But that's kind of how I think a big thing is for a lot of guys. They're like, oh, I'm going to be locked down. I ain't going to do this. And they feel so, like you said, fear of failure, because they're scared that they may slip up. They may do this or may do that. And I don't feel like we show a lot of grace in this society. I'm not talking about cheating and stuff like that, but we have to be more gracious as people in general, and understanding that we are humans and we will do human-like things. One point that I made towards someone, we were talking about, I think we were talking about preachers, and the point that was made was, she was like, I won't put nothing past nobody. I said, let's look at that in a different way. I said, everybody is human. And so when you look at it, I won't put nothing past nobody. You know, certain people, you know, with their hierarchy and with their ranks, they have different responsibilities. But at the end of the day, people are still human, and will have human-like flaws. You know, we're all down on the same things, just in different areas. So I would say, yeah, that fear of commitment is a major thing.
So John, I really want to hear what you can say based on this. Please help us. Right.
And all that comes from our dads and our uncles and cousins messing us up as kids. It's not that they don't want to get married, it's they're jacked up.
Like, come on now. Like, do y'all really even think about it, or y'all just date? Like, I'm just trying to figure it out.
That's a waste of time.
You
can't sit up there and play with me.
I know she feels some type of way about that. You know.
You're right. Like, I feel like when you putting your effort into someone, and they putting their effort into you, or especially you putting your effort, you going the extra mile for them. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you don't want your time wasted. And at the end of the day, everything you do is for a goal. You're trying to get somewhere with that person. So, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't treat a relationship like a... like...
Well, you put your own...
I was going to say, like, you shouldn't just treat it as a temporary. You shouldn't go into a relationship saying, like it's a game or something temporary. But this is someone's time. This is someone's emotions. This is someone's someone's child. You know, when you think about it, you know.
Who really got the effort to date somebody for 8-9 years?
Hey, that's one thing. Yeah, it takes a lot. I say it'll take a lot for a relationship.
Y'all ain't understanding me. Look at me. Look at me. I'm gonna talk to y'all for a minute here. Who got the effort to date somebody for 8 years? Who gon' that's like running on a treadmill. That's like running on a treadmill for 10 hours. You ain't getting no way. You just getting tired. It's the same old loop. Over and over. You just adding in extra toys to the game.
And I feel like it was a mind thing, because I'm like, if you can like be with this woman and act like, basically play house, act like you're married, but you just can't put a ring, you got something wrong with your mind. Like in your mind there's a commitment issue or something like, you know, you need help with, because how can you literally act like you're married, but the little thing you got to do is sign the papers and put the ring, like it's got to be some kind of issue, you know.
Yeah,
so,
but I mean, marriage, that's a big step though. That's like,
But if you can do everything that it like that involves it, I just feel like, why can't you just simply just say, all right, like my mind is here, like, but hey, I mean,
I think I'll look at it like this. A lot of people, like obviously a lot of people aren't there mentally, like, so
why are you getting into
and that's what I was gonna say. Like most
come
times, if you're not really there to commit like that, but see that's another thing. You gotta also think what the other person wants. The other person might not, you know what I'm saying, be there either. So it's kind of like that's something they got going. But at the end of the day, it should be where y'all both on one accord. It should be where she wants to get somewhere, and you want to get somewhere.
See, now that right there, that's what the talking stage is for too. Most people skip the talking stage. Now they don't understand. Talking stage, there are steps to this. When you are talking to somebody, you got to ask them uncomfortable questions. You got to ask, are you thinking about kids? Do you want to get married? Where's your stances on, if you are biblical, where your stances on waiting till have sex, you know, to get married before I have sex with you and stuff like that. That's what the talking stage is about. When you talk for 2 or 3 weeks, that ain't your kin dog. That is not your man sent from above. Y'all don't even know each other. That is just a friend you met in kindergarten that y'all shared a snack with, anything. Like, you got to talk. Because me and my last lady, we talked for 7 months before we got together. I needed to be sure. I needed to hear his voice. Let me know if she is.
Also want someone that is chosen for me specifically, like who's going to love me for me, you know what I'm saying? Someone who I can be comfortable around, someone that understands me for me.
And men, be honest, when you praying, ain't nothing wrong with asking God for a pretty woman.
Right.
God is a giving God. You ask for anything, He will send you anything. You will get anything. Hey, she gonna have a good heart, good mind, but hey, if she look like under the mat, you ask for that. You better be specific with God. I ain't saying you need to ask for Zendaya or you know what I'm saying, any of these other models and stuff like that. You don't need that. But if you asking for a beautiful woman who you can be in love with for the rest of your life, until you know what I'm saying? Please pray for that.
Okay, so on an outward opinion, I think women want from a man is strong, you know, confident in himself, makes, you know, decisions, and is intelligent. But I also feel there's another side that woman is actually one that has feelings. One is who's okay to show, hey, I'm good, I feel this way, and they're very good at communication. They're in touch with their emotional side.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to tie in what he last said.
Okay.
Because I had a comment with that. I'm put it all together.
Okay.
One, I would say it is hard and tricky to figure out what a woman wants, because so many women base their wants off of societal
wow, come on. Come on.
And so some of them are misled about what they actually want because they think that's what they want because they see another person with it, but
come on.
What they desire. And so in that place, you like, what do you really want? Like, for example, I said Valentine's Day. My ex, I did not buy her no flowers. I didn't buy her no chocolate. I said, what if you don't want chocolate? I'm crazy. I'm something about money. I'm not going to buy you a balloon that's going to deflate. I bought her some clothes. I bought her something that'll be more substantial. So it's something that she personally, know that I personally pay attention to her and her style and stuff. So with women, I feel like they want someone that cares for them. And I feel like as Black individuals, one of the biggest struggles that we have as a culture is emotional support. And I would say on both sides, we both want emotional support, and even for women, a guy that can be there emotionally. And honestly, I hate to say we're not there to heal anyone, but there are some wounds that the other partner will sometimes have to help heal. If it's the girl not having a father or not having a mother figure, that guy may be that person that kind of comes in and help in her wholeness. When you get into a relationship, you're supposed to be whole and you build together. But at the same time, there are some things, there are going to be some cracks and some crevices that we have to sit there and kind of work on together.
What are some of the biggest misconceptions that men, concerning what men want? Some things that I believe some women have even been taught that men are only after, or what they want.
I would say, I guess, the surface level thing that we all know, I guess sex, they think all men want sex, all men want to use them for their body. I think that's a big misconception because, like he said, they think that you have some men that do. Don't get me wrong, there are some men that do, but a lot of men want someone that can really motivate them. And like even with, like he was saying, there are certain people I know for me, there are certain people I can talk to when I get off the phone with them. I'm motivated to go make this, go do that, and they just give me a drive, and they add fuel to my fire. And so most men want somebody that will add fuel to their fire. And so it's not really always about sex.
I believe that there are many misconceptions about what men want. Of course, we know that men are they move on the physical, so they are attracted to things physically, right? But I believe that there is a misconception that men just want sex, and this is all they want, and how the women are, all men are bad. We just don't want them, right? Because they're just all bad. But like you said, in reality, men actually are human. They want to be heard. They want people who can listen to them. They want to be able to share their hearts. Men are broken. And I'll be honest, there's a lot of broken men, that even grew up in broken homes and broken families. And I'm not saying it's the job of the woman to heal the man, but sometimes I'll say it like this. Depending on who you're with, and it's not even just about being married or about having a relationship with a woman, but it's just about anybody in life. I believe that when people come into your life, they have the ability to enhance your life and to upgrade your life. So even with a woman, I believe that men want that ability, once again, to actually have favor with that woman, to actually have an upgrade or an enhancement of their life when that person comes into their life, not only by being able to vent and being able to talk to them and having someone that can listen to you. So once again, it's not so much of the physical, but I think even the emotional state of a man. They got to understand that men want to be emotionally heard and be able to be catered to that way as well.
Woo! I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Ladies, if you have any opinions or any comments, feel free to drop them down in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and also share this with someone that you know who would like to watch this video. Also, don't forget to turn on your post notifications and stay tuned for what women want. Don't forget, I'm your host, Nerissa Weston, and you're watching With That Being Said.